guys, it's Shannon, and I know I look really crazy right now, but that's because I've already done my base and I didn't want to risk it creasing or doing anything weird while I was trying to film an intro for this video and not applying powder, because I'm testing out some new products that I brought from Beauty Bay the other week, and I know this video's late, but I'm also testing out some makeup I got for my birthday from my sister, because I haven't gotten around to trying it yet, so I'm going to test that out as well. So like I just showed, first product I'm trying out is the RCMA No Colour Powder, and I'm also trying out my Revolution Bake and Finish brush because I haven't tried either of them. Literally just took the seal off the powder. Now my sister has been round and the little cow bag used this brush, so she's used that. I'm also testing out the brush set from Beauty Bay. Wait, did I say BH Cosmetics earlier? I meant Beauty Bay, if that's what I said. And as you can see, this brush is dirty. I'm going to insert a clip right now. I used the e.l.f. foundation. I can't remember what this is called. It says e.l.f. There's nothing else on the back. In the shade Light Ivory. And like, it applied so well with that brush. That brush is amazing. I know how this foundation works. I've had it for a while. I've used it a few times with different brushes, and I've used it with sponges, and normally my preference for this is with a sponge over a brush. I normally can't get it to work with a brush, but I tried it with this one and oh my gosh, it actually worked. I'm surprised, I'm shocked, and I'm impressed. My camera's wonky, sorry. But really happy with that. So I'm just going to dust off this bake now. And there's no white cast under my eye by the looks of it. Yeah, there's no white cast left behind. Close my eye, because otherwise it'll end up in my eye. This brush is super soft, and it's just the right shape. Look, see if I can do this properly. It's just the right shape to get in close to your eye, to dust off that bake without actually touching your eye. And I did apply, as you can see, this is white now. I did apply the powder with, this is really bright, let me turn this down. Okay, now you might actually be able to see it. Okay, so I did apply the powder with this, and honestly, so handy. Yeah, so brush, big thumbs up from me. And I really like this powder. I'm actually gonna now just stop the recording and test out Flashback, because from what I can tell from my lights, it doesn't look like there's a white cast on my face, but I can't actually tell, so I'm just going to pause and take photos. So looking at the photos, I can't see any flashback. I'm going to insert them now. You guys tell me. I can't really tell if there's flashback. I don't think there is. It doesn't look like it to me, but I'm not the best for that sort of thing, as you can tell by my editing style. Okay, so, don't do that. Sorry, my brushes are misbehaving. So the only brushes I'm going to use in this video are the ones from Beauty Bay. I'm just going to wipe this off because I'm done with it now. So I will tell you the products that are currently on my face. So I used the MUA Pro Base Smooth Set and Prime Blur Stick. I really like this. That was my primer. Then I already told you I used the e.l.f. foundation. And I used the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Almost out. So might have to get a new one of them. And to colour correct, I just used my MUA colour correcting palette. And then obviously I have the RCMA No Colour Powder over the top. So far, I really like it. I'm really impressed. So, now I'm just going to move on to the rest of my Its and Bits and Ujima Flips. Its and Bits and Ujima Flips. Honestly, I come out with the most random things ever. Oh, my eyes feel weird. Okay. So, I'm just going to do my eyebrows really quick with the Wet n Wild pencil. I've really been enjoying this pencil recently. So I'm just, wait, where did I put that? That's got my mirror. Yeah, so I'm just going to really quickly do my eyebrows. So that's my brows on. So next I'm going to go in with bronzer, highlight and blush. So all three of these I got from my sister for my birthday. And if I'm remembering correctly, because she did tell me where they were from, so that if I did a video, I could tell you guys. This is part of the reason she brought them, is so that I could do a video with them. So it's these three. I'm pretty sure she said they were from Poundland. And if these work out, then wow. My sister has actually gone out and brought herself the highlighter because she really likes this. So this gets my sister's approval. So I'm going to start with bronzer. What are you? I'm going to take this brush to bronze. See how that goes. Apparently that's a bake off. That seems like a really big brush to take the bake off. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply the bronzer. Okay, so I'm just dabbing in. So can you see the colour has definitely come off on the brush. That's obviously a good sign. But it's also quite shimmery, so bear that in mind. It's a shimmery bronzer. I'm just going to bash off of that. So, take a look. Do you know what? I really like that. That is actually a really nice bronzer. See, this is one of the products my sister didn't like. But I really like it. So up here it looks a little dark, but that's just because I'm an idiot. And I can't blend properly, apparently. Plus I think I just put too much in that one spot, but where it's all blended properly and you know, it's not overly pigmented, it's really nice. I actually really enjoy that. Yeah, I really like that actually. It just gives a nice sun-kissed glow to your forehead, because even though there's shimmer in it, it's not in your face shimmer. It's like very subtle glowy shimmer. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the blush. All of them are shimmery. Obviously the highlight is shimmery, but all of them have a slight sheen to them. So next I'm just gonna go in with the Beauty Bay brush in Make Me Blush. I'm just gonna mix these together. Okay, so a little bit of colour's coming off, but I'm having to go in quite hard. They are quite hard pressed, but you know, for £1. Oh, well, for £1, I wouldn't really expect any less, to be honest, or any more. Whoa, China doll. Okay, we're gonna go in with a brush to tone that down just a smidge. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna go boop, 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 boop. And I'm gonna go wee. Okay, that's a bit better. See, I'm looking in the mirror, it looks very over the top, but in looking at that mirror, it looks over the top. Looking in this one, why was I pointing to myself? Looking in this one, it doesn't. Ah, that's better. Look at that. Okay, once again, I'm a bad blender. Right, I'm not blaming the product or the brush, because if it was either of them, this side wouldn't have come out better. So it's definitely me. I'm just gonna go into my powder here. I'm just going into my Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I keep this on hand just in case I make mistakes like this one. And I'm just gonna try and tone that down a bit. So I'd say with the blush, going with a light hand, because surprisingly enough, these are very pigmented. Yeah, so go in with a light hand, but I like them. Just go in with a light hand and you'll be fine. You shouldn't mess up like I did. So last but not very least, I'm gonna go in with the highlighter. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to give you guys a swatch. So I'm just swirling it all together. Whoa. Right, I have a feeling that might be too dark for me, so I'm going to try it. But, so this is the highlighter brush. It's just the Beauty Bay brush in Glow Up. Let's see how this goes. Right, they're dusty. They are dusty. Ooh. Okay. I swirled them together, and like I said, on the back of my hand, I thought that was going to be too dark. But I risked it for a biscuit, and I think that is really nice, actually. To bump up the brightness of smidge. That's really nice. Let's do the other side. I really like that highlighter. It's subtle, but it's buildable, and it's very much. It's how do I explain this? It's like, it's not a strip of highlighter. It's almost like My Skin But Better sort of highlighter. Does that make sense? Do you know how with some highlighters I put on, it's like strip highlighter, there it is. This is like, oh yeah, there is a shine coming off of that cheek. You know? Does that make sense? Is it only to me that that makes sense? Am I just not explaining myself very well? Probably. So next I'm going to move on to do my eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using one of these three palettes. I just need to figure out which one. Okay, I'm gonna go for the Identity palette. As these don't have shades, I'm just gonna tell you where to find it in the palette. So once again, this is the Identity palette, and I'm gonna start off with base 1. You know, it's kind of be like a little, what's it called? Like a chart, a map sort of thing. So base 1 we're going in with first. Next, I'm gonna go into transition 3. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna go into is round the brush round the bend, and I'm gonna go into the shade Crease 2, which is purple. Just to clarify, this is not called round the bend, it's called round the blend, and I apparently can't read. So next, I'm going to just take my finger, and I'm gonna go into Pop 2. Wow, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. The more metallic, glittery shadows are very, very soft. Like me going in my finger to do my eyes, the B is almost completely gone now. Whereas the matte shadows, the B is still very prominent. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to go back in with that shadow and the same brush and everything. And I'm just going to go and blend out an edge. No, I'm going to blend out all the edges. Then I'm going to go in with, what are you? So I'm going to go in with this brush, which is the Blend It Out brush. And I'm going to go into Highlight 2 and just highlight my inner corner and under my brow bone. Next, on a kind of fluffy flat brush, I'm going to go into a Crease 2 and Crease 3, which are pink and purple. So I'm just going to mix the two. Then I'm going to take that first brush that I used, and I'm going to go into that first shade, which is literally the very first shade in the palette. I'm just going to blend out these purple edges. Okay, so this is a very bright eyeshadow look for me. I don't normally do things this bright. Normally, I'm very much a warm toned orange kind of eyeshadow, and I've gone for purple. So I figured, you know, it's here, I might as well try the colours, and I actually really like it, and considering it is purple, it's blended so nicely. It's blended really well. I really like the highlight colours that are in this palette. I like all the colours that are in here. The shimmers, while being really soft, are actually really pretty. Not shimmers, metallics, sorry. They're actually really pretty. I think the only line of colour I didn't try is the liner, because, fine. This might mess things up, but I'm going to try. So I'm going to go in with liner 5, which is a like reddish orange kind of colour. Right, so you can see the difference. Like, I haven't done it to this side, but I've done it to this side, and you can actually tell the difference between the purple and this red kind of colour. I'm just going to take another brush. Crap. I'm going to take this brush and take that out of my mouth. I'm going to take the clean brush and I'm just going to kind of blend it out slightly under my eye. Wow, I'm actually really impressed with that. I didn't think that was going to be as pigmented as it is. And I definitely didn't think it was going to show up as much as it is with this kind of purple kind of colour. That eye looks really irritated now. It's not, it's because I whacked myself with the brush. So I'm just going to go and do the other eye. That is my eyeshadow look done. That's a very bold look for me. So next I'm just going to go ahead and apply... I just punched my desk. I'm going to apply the Mascara Revolution from Revolution. Oh my god, I just threw that at you. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and try the Mascara Revolution from Revolution, which apparently is slippery. And I'm just going to apply that. Oh, that's a nice brush. Focus. Focus on the brush. There we go. That's a nice brush. I quite like that brush actually. I'm just going to try and scrape off any of the excess product. Yeah, I wish that there was maybe a bit of a tighter like thing in the thing itself to pull off all the excess. I wish that maybe was a bit tighter. Oh my god. Can you see that? That's from one swipe. Oh my god. Guys, I didn't even curl my lashes. I totally forgot. My curler's sitting right in front of me. And I totally forgot to curl my lashes. But look. Oh my god, I was going to put false lashes on. I don't think I'm going to. I'm sorry, this is the first time I've used it, and it's really the first time I've seen anyone use it. I haven't, like, I know some people I watch have used it, but oh my god. I really hope this is coming across on camera, because I'm looking in the mirror that's like here. It's like behind the camera because I use it for the lights, and they look so dramatic, which kind of works with the eyeshadow, to be honest. This gets a big thumbs up already. We'll see how long it lasts though. Okay, so I'm not actually going to do the lashes now because this is enough. So next I'm just going to go in with a PS lip liner pencil in the shade Toast. So that's the lip liner applied. I actually really like that colour. I feel like you could just wear that as a lipstick, to be honest. So next finally I'm gonna go in with the PS Super Matte Kiss Proof Liquid Lipstick in the shade Skinny Dip. And that's the lipstick. It's obviously got to dry down because it is a matte liquid lipstick. Last thing is the PS setting spray in Hydrate. I love this setting spray so much. Okay. Get my phone ready. So that is the finished look. I actually really like this. I really liked everything, to be honest. I actually did like everything. Oh my god, that never happens. These brushes are amazing and they're going to be absolutely perfect for me to travel with. Especially as there is a foundation brush in here that works. I found one! Sorry, it's such a rare thing for me to find a foundation brush that works, because that's why I normally use sponges all the time, because I normally can't get on with makeup brushes, and this one works beautifully. I'm so chuffed with it, and honestly, there's still more brushes in here that I didn't even use. There's a fan brush in here, there's a contour brush in here, there's more eyeshadow brushes. Honestly, this is honestly going to be perfect for travel. These palettes were, like, this one is amazing, but I'm assuming the formula is the same throughout all of them. So, you know, he dropped it. So, these, again, I'm pretty sure are going to be perfect for travel, because I know they're big and bulky, but if you were to travel with this, this is the only palette you'd need to take in terms of eyeshadow. This is the only one you'd need to take. Because there's so many different colours in here, and you don't have to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this whole row. I mean, this whole row is a very neutral look. I just burnt my elbow on the radiator. But you can mix it up. I did. I mean, I used both of these colours. I used this colour as the liner. This one, not this colour as the liner. I used this colour as liner. This one for the pop of colour. This was my base. I can't remember what my transition. This one was my transition. I used both. I used this all over my lid, and this one, these two mixed together under my eye. And then this was the highlighter shade I used. You don't have to go like in the columns. It's perfect. I highly recommend these because they are brilliant. The lipstick, it's dry now. I like it, but it's a little bit sticky. Only a little bit though, not enough to bother me. But it might bother some people, so just fair warning. I feel like that could be fixed with maybe a gloss or something, but then again, is it kiss proof anymore? Probably not. This mascara is amazing. I'm going to leave this makeup on, so in a few hours I'll let you know if the curl's fallen or if it's flaking or whatever. So far, I love this mascara. May have found my new favourite and new regular. But we'll see how it goes in terms of holding the curl. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up for me. If you're enjoying me and my content, then hit that subscribe button and ring that little bell so you'll get notified every time I upload. Leave your video suggestions in the comments down below and let me know how your day is. I hope you're having a lovely, lovely week, and I will see you through the screen. Bye, guys.